All right, I'm up in the boat now, and I'll show you the back deck. Here is the dance floor. It's a decent size. We fished 4 adults out of here for salmon, and it works pretty good. It's really ideal. I mean, I would fish 2 if you're... 2 is like going to be really comfortable. 3 is perfect. 4 will work. It just is a little cramped. You kind of have to be a good team to fish 4 out of here. But any more than that, I really wouldn't do, at least for salmon. So I'll start in the back, obviously. So here's my fish box, and this is actually a cutting board material, which is pretty sweet. It's got these ledges up here and little drain holes. So if stuff's rolling around, you know, I usually cut up bait and everything right here. It won't fall out, at least all the time. I lost a plug cutter off the back last year, but whatever, happens. So it's kind of cool, dividable. I've fit quite a few salmon in here. You can fit a decent amount. You can put crab, and usually what I do is I put fish that we catch over here, and then bait and stuff is actually in here. And the cool thing about this box is it's not just an aluminum tub. It is insulated. I'll show you that. You can open these up. And another cool thing real quick, these are actually lockable. So you can lock it up so people can't get to your batteries and steal them. So it's insulated. Pretty sweet. I mean, it's not as great as like a Yeti or something cooler, or an Arctic. I have an Arctic and I like it a lot, but it works. It's going to keep your ice cold. So battery switches, if you can see, I'll stick the camera in there. Oh, it's kind of dark. Well, battery switches are back there. Oh, kind of right there. So auto shut off your batteries. Make sure they don't die on you when you're not using them. Let's close that up. Another cool thing, there's drain holes down at the bottom in the back, and all those drain holes run out to the bilge pumps. So you get any water in here, you need to spray. I have a wash down hose, so spray the blood off the deck, spray off whatever. It'll all run down in there. So I mounted the rod holders. I did through bolts. I did not do screws. I did screws on my last boat, little stainless steel screws, and they snapped and broke. And it's just, I just want to do through bolts. I'm like, I don't want to lose gear. I don't want to lose a fish. So I just bolted them straight through. And I like this location. I went with all Fulby this time. These are just, you know, bracket onto your rails, which works well. And I don't have downriggers on this boat. I had them on the last boat. We haven't done a lot of downrigger fishing. We usually just fish lead. So if we ever do start doing more downrigger fishing, I'll probably add them. But as of right now, we just don't really do it. So there's no point to spend the extra $1,000 or whatever on downriggers. These are right here are access ports to the fuel tank. So you can access the fittings to the fuel tank. And down here is a fish box, which I keep some gear in when we're not using it, but that's another fish box. Usually use this box. I'll throw them down in there to bleed them out, and I'll fill it up with water. You can turn a valve that's down in here, and so you could fill this up with water and ice, and you could bleed them out in here, and they're out of the way, and then I'll transfer them up into here and put ice on them. And it works pretty good, but yeah, just keep bumpers down there. Got a wash down hose, and then my rod holders. And this is lockable too. So you can keep all your gear pretty much locked up. So when, you know, if you're at a port or down at wherever and you store, you know, moor the boat or something, we just put all our gear and lock it all up. Yeah, good to go. All right, so yeah, I got some dock lines hanging up just to dry. I try to keep everything dry. I don't like putting stuff away wet. I mean, sometimes you're tired and you're like, whatever, but it's not good. So anyway, here's the rear steer station. I love it. It's honestly, it's a great location. You have full view of everything, and your throttle's right here. Now, at first I wasn't sure if they were gonna put the throttle here or up here, but I prefer it up here. And the reason why is, if you can see my hand, what I'll do is I'll sit right here. I can steer, and I have a view, if you can see through there, my My fish finder is right up there. I can see it just fine. And I can look out the side. So if there's people in there, if the kids are in there jumping around and I can't see through, I can just look over the side. Now the great thing is I have throttle control. Once I'm in gear with the kicker, I can just grab it right just like that, pinch it, and I can feather it and just get exact throttle that I want for when we're trolling for salmon, so it's really nice. I can dial it in pretty well, all by hand. And yeah, works good. Now you can only run the kicker from back here. You can't run the main motor. You can steer the main motor, but your throttle control for the main motor is up front. So yeah. Now I added 8 rocket launchers to the roof. I wanted lots of rod storage. So we have 3 on each side, and then I added the 8 on the roof. And I love it. You cannot have, honestly, if you're looking to get a boat and you're looking to do some serious fishing, get as many rod holders as you can. As much rod storage, because it's always good to have extra rods on hand. If something breaks, if you lose a rod, I've lost a rod over the side. It sucks. I've broken rods. I mean, stuff happens when you're fishing, you know? And so to have those extra rods and have them up out of the way is like, it is valuable. All right, so let's move inside. Another cool thing I wanted to show you. These hinges are greasable, so that's cool. And then actually this door will lock. So that's cool. It locks open and it's not gonna swing closed, smash a kid, smash me, wife, whatever. So that's really nice. It's a good feature. It's just those little things that Hewescraft does that made us want to go this route. Got a back deck light, which is cool. It's a pretty nice little bright LED. So as you come in, as you can see, got to crouch a little bit. I'm not very tall. I'm like 5'10", and I got to duck a little bit. So, I mean, it's not super tall. If you're much taller, you know, you got to duck. But hey, it's a hard top, and it's pretty darn comfortable in here. The family loves it. So, as you can see, tons of storage. I got storage for blankets. I don't even have it all used right now. There's so much storage in here. Let me actually turn on a light, because I did turn the battery on, so let's see. There you go. All right, that should be a little bit better in here. Sorry, it's kind of dark. I'm doing this it's like February 15th. I'm filming this, so. Anyway, it's got this carpeted material up on the roof, which is cool. It kind of adds some insulation, and then you know, multiple storage areas. So I have storage here, I've got storage here. You've got grab handles everywhere. You've got grab handles here, grab handle up here, all over. I mean, the grab handles are awesome. So another cool thing, here's your switch for the rear deck light. Nice and bright. Maybe it's hard to see, but it works well. Another feature that was like an absolute must, especially for the wife. She was adamant. She wanted a toilet on board, which I don't blame her. There's a lot of people out fishing in the Northwest. So we added this porta potty, and all you have to do is you just pull the back of the seat off, fold this up, and then she can actually pull this curtain down, close it all up, close everything up, and you got a privacy, the privacy of a little porta potty, which, it works really well. And if you make your wife happy, you get to fish longer. So definitely a must. But she loves fishing anyway, so it's not like she doesn't like to be out here. But just saying, if you can make the girls happy, you're going to be out longer. Definitely. So, another cool thing, all these windows open, and they have screens. So I guess if we were ever camping, we could close, open these up and you can sleep on here. So you could open these up and keep the bugs out somewhat. These seats, these backs come off, and there's 2 bars that go across, and the seats go down, and it's a full-size bed. Now I can lay all the way across and totally flat. So it's decent size. I would say we couldn't fit our whole family on there, no, but like if I was going out and I wanted to sleep on it, easy. Me and the wife, we could easily sleep on here. 2 people. I mean, unless you're like 6'4", that would be maybe uncomfortable, but just average people, it's pretty, it's perfect. It's just a nice feature. And plus, especially like the kids love it, we'll put it down and then they'll just get to jump and play and do whatever in the back fishing. So it's a must. Absolutely. Moving up here to the front, got the 2 captain seats. These are actually suspension seats. Absolute must if you're going offshore. We didn't have suspension seats on the last boat. Oh my God. You felt like you're in a car accident after you come in. I mean, you're just getting your ass kicked out there. Your back is getting wrenched left and right, and oh man, whiplash. It hurts even thinking about how it was. So this was like a must. I was like, we are getting suspension seats next time. So if you're looking at getting a boat and you're thinking about going offshore, doing some big water fishing, seriously, save your back, get the suspension seats. It'll probably be worth it. Well, it will be worth it, so you won't have to spend all those medical bills in the future. Moving up here, and it's kind of hard to see down there, so I'll do a video on it, but I'm actually going to add a diesel heater to this boat. This boat right now does not have a heater. We use a little propane heater, and the problem is everything fogs up like crazy when we use it. So I'm going to put a diesel heater in. I'll do a whole video on that, installing the diesel heater, how I do it, and kind of my method. It's, there's not a lot of information on people installing diesel heaters. I have found a couple of really cool resources through Facebook and other social media, guys that have done it, and super helpful. So I will be using a lot of their tips. I'll give them some recognition too when I do it. And so check it out when we get that and I do that video. I'll try to do a whole video of the install. But yeah, there's lots of storage up here. It's kind of hard to see. It's probably too dark. Let's see if I can turn this light on real quick. No. Oh, well. So there's a lot of storage up there. Bottom line, there's 3 hatches. Put life jackets up there. It's all open right now just to air out if there's any moisture that got in there from our last trip out, which was like 3 weeks ago. Pretty nice glove box, pretty decent size. And let's see, I'll sit down here. And we got dual windshield wipers, so that's great for when you're in big water. Got my Garmin unit. This is VHF radio, and this is the display for the motors. I can do more. I'll do like more videos on my Garmin system, which it does have radar. So I can do like more videos on that and how I use that and how I'm working to dial that all in. But right now I'm just going to do the overview of the boat. Just my walkthrough. Here's the trim tab controls. Not much to it. There's for the radio. And then here's your throttle control for the main motor. So that works pretty good. More storage up here. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. So going through, this door opens and you open this up. It locks in there. It's got a little rubber deal that this locks in so it doesn't flail around and hit you when you're coming in and out, even though it does if it's bad water. So anyway, coming up here into the bow, like I was saying, I have that little storage locker I use. And there is the radar unit. This is a Garmin. This is the Phantom 18, which is one of the newer models. It works great from what I've used so far. I have a coworker. He has one on his boat. He loves it. Yeah, it works great. Radar. It's definitely something you got to like get used to and figure all the quirks in it. But I decided to mount it. We had this actually. This was an add-on, so I added this riser. I think this is like a 5.5-inch riser. Just to get it up. The higher you get your radar, the longer range. I mean, this has a range of, I think it has a range of like 42 miles, but you get it up a little higher and you're just gonna have better coverage. So anyway, I'll do more videos on the radar because it's kind of complicated. That is for my GPS location for the Garmin unit, and they said they always mount external GPS antennas when they do hardtops because it just doesn't get a good signal going through the metal. So that's up there, and then there's not really much else up there. There's a little pull. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. There. That right there is where I put the light when we're going out in the dark. So other than that, there's nothing really up there. I store crab pots up here when we go out in the ocean. I just ratchet strap them on, but plenty of room. Like, I mean, you could like suntan up here in the summer, which probably the girls will do. I don't know. I want to jump off it in the summer. We'll probably take it out to the lake and do some swimming, but I'm definitely going to jump off that. Cool thing, it's got the rails all the way around, so when we're fishing, you know, I will walk around this thing on the outside if I need to get back and forth quick, but you got these rails to hold on to the whole time, so it's great. It really helps with safety. And I actually added those that non-stick tape. And I'm going to do a little video on that because that's a really good product that I used on my last boat for 2 years, and it worked great. So if you are having issues with slippage and an area, maybe, hey, it'd be nice to have something down there, this non-stick tape is awesome. So I'll do a little video on that, and I'll throw some links down below so you can buy that if you want it. I put it up here too on the bow just because it can get kind of slippery. Plus it was getting dinged up from the anchor. So my anchor it's Columbia River style rocker anchor, and I think it's like 25 pounds. I ran a 20-foot chain on it, and the reason why I went with 20 foot is the last boat I had, first of all, I lost an anchor on the last boat. We lost it under Bridge of the Gods. That was kind of scary, but we had slippage problems, so I only had 6 foot of chain on the last one. I decided to go with 20. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's overkill. 20 foot of chain, you don't need it, this and that. Well, I think I do need it. So, and I run it, and it works. I don't have slippage problems. So if it works, I'm going to do it. Like, I know there's a million opinions out there, but I gotta, yeah. I saw a post the other day, and the guy was asking about how much chain he should put. Everybody was like ripping apart. Oh, you don't need 20 foot of chain. Everybody's got an opinion. Hey, if it works for you, do it. That's all I'm thinking. All right, let's go back in. I'm rambling. So, actually, let me set this up. All right, so I got these like purple headphones. I don't know what I had mine. I don't know what happened to them. I lost 2 pairs in the last month. So anyway, rambling. But so here's the layout. The 21-foot Hewescraft Searunner. It's our new boat. Works. It's been out in the ocean a few times. It works really good. We love it. So I'll do more videos like on action shots of us out in the ocean. I want to do some bar crossing videos. But and definitely I'm going to rig up some cameras so that we can see, you know, we could have full on like fishing action videos back there. But I just wanted to give a full walkthrough. I know when I bought this boat, I like watched like everything you could find on YouTube, anything on the internet of like walkthroughs, and there's not a whole lot of good ones. There was one I found that was really great. A guy up in Canada, he did a whole walkthrough video too, kind of similar to what this is. And I must have watched that thing like 50 times. I mean, when you buy a boat this expensive, you really want to make sure that it's what you want and it's what you need. And so I just wanted to put a video out showing it and just showing, you know, our layout and our setup and, you know, the features that I really like and that I would recommend. And, you know, I'm sure there's things that right now that I can't think of that I don't like about it, but I just can't think of any right now. I mean, everybody wishes they had a bigger boat, but honestly, this size of boat for what I do, fishing in the river, in the ocean, in the bays, and even taking it to lakes and stuff, like smaller areas, is perfect. We looked at a bigger boat. We looked at we looked at a 26-foot boat. And that was like almost 28 feet total. So we looked at a way bigger boat, way more expensive. But, and the thing was like awesome, but it was huge. I don't know how I would have gotten that boat in and out of like Hag Lake or something. And especially, I don't know how I would have taken a boat like that out by myself. I mean, I know I could have, but like, it just would have been super stressful. Like, especially coming into a small marina. Yeah, I mean, it was just too big of a boat, at least for what we do right now. If we were strictly saltwater fishing, yeah, that kind of boat, definitely a bigger boat if you're going into saltwater. Even if you have a huge boat, you get out in the Pacific Ocean and it doesn't feel like a big boat anymore. You're like, holy crap, it gets kind of rough out here. So get a little scary. But anyway, this is a great size boat for a really dual purpose. And like I said, I mean, it's been out in the ocean. It's been in the Columbia, in the Willamette. I don't even think it's been in a lake yet. Might have been. We just got it a few months back. So, but we love it, and it's really a fun drive. It's a fun driving boat. So yeah, if you like it, give me a thumbs up, please. I'm trying to start a YouTube channel, help educate, help kind of just show and document our travels and our fishing experiences. And so give me a like. If, you know, I can get this channel kind of ramped up, then I'll just keep doing this and keep kind of documenting our fishing and going over gear. I'm gonna do a lot of gear videos. I think it'll be helpful. I know I look at a lot of videos. I mean, I'm always learning. Fishing is so dynamic, especially in this region. And it's it's very political and it's very dynamic. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of people that want to get into it, they just don't really know like where to start. I know when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, one time we went down to the Wilson River before I really knew how to like fish for salmon, and I was like throwing K15 plugs like on a spinning rod reel, like trying to like pull them in like a spinner, and thinking, oh, I'm gonna catch a Chinook. It was like June. I'm like, so anyway, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just out there trying to do something, and anyway, I started using resources to figure out what to do and how to fish, and it helps. So I just want to help share some of that knowledge, and here I am. So if you like I said, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.